Hey guys, Starve Knight here, and we're going to be talking about the new Team Fortress 2 update that is said to be released quote unquote soon. So without further ado, let's go into part 1. This is going to be sort of like the CSGO squished together onto Team Fortress 2 weapons. Which means we're going to be getting skins, we're going to be getting operations, Operation Gunmetal, or the campaign Gunmetal. Basically, you do like some things like score certain amount of points as a spy, and by doing this you get a weapon at the end of each week, I guess. Or no, sorry, at the end of each mission, apparently you get an unlockable weapon, which is cool. I like that part of the thing in CSGO. I'm currently playing the Bloodhound missions, so that's pretty cool. There's a bunch of really cool skins, bunch of different collections. 2-4 collection, the Craftsman collection, which looks okay. Concealed Killer looks decent. I like this one and this one the best. And this is my favorite one, the Powerhouse collection. Look how sick this sniper rifle looks. Look how sick that flamethrower looks. Look how sick everything looks. Oh man, that one right there looks so cool. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna stop fanboying out. A bunch of these skins look really cool, but the best thing about it is there's gonna be unusual weapons. Do you not see this? A rare chance at being unusual and stat track. Boom! Unusual weapons confirmed soon. Anyways, this is how a weapon is gonna look as an example. And obviously now you can obviously check out your weapon, because obviously that's more important than playing the game. Anyways, there's going to be new wares, so that just like CSGO, you can feel shit when you unbox a battle-scarred unusual weapon, which is great, because that's one of my favorite things in the entire CSGO, being jiffed out of being jibbed out of a bunch of cool stuff and having it being battle scarred. That's my favorite part. Anyways, some new maps introduced. I'm just flying through this stuff because this isn't the more important stuff. The important stuff is later on. Snowplow was introduced, the map that everybody was pissed off that Valve didn't introduce, but it's here, so we're not dumb. Anyways, we now pick up enemy weapons as long as the weapon is like of the same class. So if your enemy weapon has the favorite weapon that you like, you can pick it up. So we're gonna see people just like staring at the ground, like, oh no, is this weapon better? This one's better. Anyways, it's gonna be cool. That's pretty good. And instead of picking up like weapons as ammo, you're gonna be dropping weapon crates, ammo crates, the medium pack ammo crates, which is meh, it doesn't matter. Also, one of my favorite taunts. I really like that one. That's pretty cool. Anyways, so here's the big part of the entire thing for me. There's no matchmaking introduced, which kind of sucks. I'm really disappointed about that. I thought for sure it'd be in the next update, but it's not. My biggest thing right here is all of the updates. All of the updates to the different weapons. So spies, all spies are now going to receive a 20% less damage from all sources while invisible, which is great. And you, while invisible, the Draughty and the flyers and the bleeding and the milk all disappears faster, which is pretty good. Okay, so we're going to be going over now the important changes. So there's a bunch of like meh changes, like the Enforcer. Like, I guess it got super nerfed, but that's not really important. Not a lot of people use the Enforcer, and now nobody's going to use it. But anyways, we're going to be talking about the important stuff. So now, Spycicle. You get now, instead of 3 seconds fire immunity, you get 1 second fire immunity, which kind of sucks, and 7 seconds of Astrid burn immunity, which is good, but still sucks, because obviously, so basically you're going to become a pyro for 7 seconds. It still sucks because now 3 seconds you can fight. Instead of fighting a pyro for 3 seconds, you can fight it for 1 second only, which really does suck. Anyways, removing the silent killer, you remove the silent killer attribute, which is good. That means basically it's like the your return reward when you backstab somebody. It doesn't appear in the kill feed. It used to do that with the Spycicle too. I have no idea why, but it doesn't now, which is good. Spycicle recharge can now be reduced by picking up ammo boxes, which is huge. Because the worst part about the Spycicle is not being able to do something for 10 seconds, which was terrible. So now you can pick up ammo crates for to recharge it faster. Here's a huge thing that I found super funny. They actually give a shit about the big earner, and they added a 3-second speed gain on kill, which actually could make it useful. Like, I can't wait to actually go in and try that and become like the super fast spy that just like backstabs somebody, runs super fast, gets another kill. It's gonna be great. Kunai, one of my favorite weapons in the game, gets a buff, which doesn't really mean anything to you guys, but it's important for me. Cloak and Dagger is now gonna be amazing. Not only can you sit invisible and gain charge, but now you can pick up ammo crates to get cloak as well, which is great. There's nobody what's it called? No nerfs to this weapon, but just solid buff, which is great. Dead Ringer, oh my, it got a buff. I mean, it got a nerf, a serious nerf. So basically, you when you trigger the death, it used to in the past, I believe, reduce the damage by 90%. Now it only reduces it by 50%. The good things are that when you trigger death, you receive a 3-second speed boost, sort of like our friend the big earner over there. I get to see this amazing combo with the dead ringer and the big earner, just like you're just like speeding across the battlefield is so fast. That'd be hilarious. Anyways, you can no longer, here's a huge nerf for me, huge nerf. You can no longer pick up ammo for your cloak meter while you're cloaked. You can pick it up like if you're not using the dead ringer, but if you're cloaked, you can't pick up ammo, which is huge. That really does suck. But 3 seconds after you feign death, you are going to be completely invisible. You can't bump into somebody and show yourself, and you can't be hit and show yourself, which is good. Anyways, the mini sentry gets a nerf. You can now shoot the mini sentry with a rocket launcher and most likely kill it because it starts with 50% health and gains health as it builds. Mini sentries can now be hit with wrenches. They can be healed with wrenches. They can be built faster with wrenches, which is great. Well, it's great here and there. Thompson, no longer going to be the spammable weapon that it is because it has damage fall off, which is great. Wrangler, which is one of the biggest things for me, it got totally nerfed. When you hit the sentry that is being wrangled, or is in the shield still, it's only going to be healed for 33% of what it usually is because they say it's already 33% reduced the health. The health is 33. The health is 300 times increased, right? So instead of giving the full heal back, which would pretty much make the sentry amazing and unstoppable. So sorry, Segafu. But the engineer is no longer going to be relying on his Wrangler as much in the past. The Jag finally lives up to its name. I have my specialized killstreak Jag, so I will be super happy with this. 30% increase to the base construction speed, and also you get 15% swing speed, which is great. Sadly, when you hit something with your Jag, it only is going to heal for 80% of what it usually does, which sucks. Short circuit got totally nerfed. We're going to skip over that stuff. Pocket pistol, to all you guys who, to all you comps scouts who used to use the pocket pistol, you're never going to be using it again. Doesn't have the 15%, the 15 plus 15 health passive that you used to have in the past. Now it only has now it doesn't have any health passive, but instead you gain 3 health per hit that you hit with the pocket pistol. Not with your scatter gun, with your pocket pistol, which sucks. And not only that, instead of having a 50% fire vulnerability, which means you can run away from pyros, now you're going to be hit with 20% from all sources. So you're never going to be seeing this ever again in sixes at all. Airstrike might be usable. Anyways, we're skipping over that. I found this really funny. Equalized for an escape plan now has changed from no healing penalty to 90% healing for medics, which means that the dumb free-to-play soldier who's holding the escape plan burning to death and the medic's just staring at him like, dude, what do you want me to do? Yeah, finally, medic's going to be able to save him, which is great. Black Box is now going to be having a variable heal rate, so by the more damage you do, the more health you get. The less damage you do, you're gonna have a base of 10 health that you regen, which is pretty good. I like it. It's decent. Liberty Launcher gets an extra clip, which is good. Tide Turner, it's got a teeny bit of a buff now. You charge when you take damage, you take 1 point. Instead, it reduces from 3 to 1. So basically, you can charge longer even if you get hit, which is good. Lock and load. GG lock and load fans. Oh my god, lock and load is dusted for life. Change the bonus damage from 20% bonus damage to everything to 20% bonus damage against buildings. You're never going to be seeing this lock and load being used ever again. I was laughing so hard when I saw that. Anyways, the sniper. Let's talk about the sniper for a second. Bizarre Bargain is now a useful weapon because you no longer lose heads when you kill people, which means that I believe. Okay, I believe. I'm not sure 100% if you lose head when you body shot someone. That could still be a thing, but as long as you. But if you keep going for those headshots, and even if you miss, you're not going to lose your head. Which means if you stay alive, you're going to be a pretty amazing sniper as long as you get your 6 heads. Yeah, your 6 kills, which isn't that hard. Anyways, Bushwalker completely nerfed, or not nerfed, but now you have 20% damage vulnerability to everything instead of just fire, but only while it's active, which is fine. Heavy, oh my god, one of my favorite buffs in this entire game. Does more damage to sentry guns, which is great. Sucks for the NGs. The NGs are being shit on this entire update, I swear to god. Like, everything got nerfed. I feel so bad for these guys. Anyways, Heavy got totally buffed. And Natasha is now going to have 20% damage resistance while spun up, which is amazing. Oh my god. It adds 20% also to the Brass Beast for the same thing that the Natasha does. And the stun has a fall off just like the Thompson. And is decreased the farther, the stun is decreased the farther you shoot, the farther away you hit somebody, which is fine by me. But that 20% resistance, I'm going to be seeing a lot of Natashas soon to come in competitive matches, which is great. Good change up from the standard minigun that we usually see. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much all of the important stuff. Eviction notice, 3 seconds speed boost. they're going for these speed boosts. Anyways, that's going to be pretty much all of the important stuff for this weapon, for this entire update. No matchmaking again. There's a new comic, which is okay, but it's not the same, guys. It's not the same. Like, I really wanted that matchmaking, but I guess the first step to matchmaking is getting new skins. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you next time, and I'll be updating you on the situation and all of these different changes. I'll be definitely trying these guns out. So stay tuned, subscribe for that. See you next time, guys.